Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Jack Scott Lee, and this is your astrology video for the topic of Uranus. Uranus is going retrograde, so I had to make a video about this and discuss what's going on with that. So Uranus is one of the outer planets in the solar system. As soon as I start recording, the doggies always want to start making some noise. So, you want to say hello? Hello, hey. So yeah, Uranus is the planet of change, of rebellion, of shock, of the bringer of news. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. It rules things like travel, electricity, aeroplanes, etc. This is big movement. This is like everything that Mercury does, Uranus does bigger. This is the planet of the mind, how we think, how we communicate, how we speak, but on a grander level. If you think about Uranus being the modern day ruler of Aquarius, which Aquarius is a sign about freedom. It rules the people, it rules social circles, it rules big groups. Which is why we had loads of fuck shit going on this year with Saturn going through Aquarius. It only went through literally 1 degree, and that 1 degree, as soon as it moved into Aquarius, it kind of fucked things up for the whole of 2020, where we had Saturn, which is the sign of restricting the people, the sign of Aquarius, which is what we're dealing with right now. So yeah, we knew this was coming for a long time. But this is a video about Uranus anyway. So yeah, Uranus is about communication. Uranus is about fucking things up. It's about shock. It's like so Uranus is lightning bolt energy from the skies. Uranus rules the skies. It's a sky god. It throws lightning bolts down and causes chaos and destruction. However, Uranus is not a malefic planet. So if you're not too up on astrology as to what malefic is, benefic, so you have malefic and benefic planets, where benefic planets such as Venus will bless you. I'd say Jupiter is classed as a benefic as well. And so Venus and Jupiter are blessing you with abundance, love, good luck, fortune, etc. All that good shit that we like. So we have those benefic planets. Then we have malefics too. So malefics are things like Mars, Saturn, where you can have more challenges, shall we say. So you want to look to in your chart as well as to where you have your malefic and benefic planets too, because where your malefics are your biggest challenges. So you want to see, like, in your chart where your Saturn sits. For example, if your Saturn is in the 4th house, you might have challenges or difficulties surrounding your home life, parents, your inner being, your childhood, for example. If it's in your 7th house, you may have challenges regarding things like relationships, intimacy, forming bonds, business contracts, that sort of stuff. If it's in your 10th house, you might have problems or challenges around your public image, your persona, your working career, your parents, how you like to be seen. Yeah, so you want to look so you want to see where they are in your chart, because that's where you're going to find your biggest challenges and obstacles. Saturn likes to give us lessons. It likes to make you repeat shit over and over until you get it. But I always believe wherever Saturn sits in your chart is also where you get your biggest blessings too. So by overcoming your obstacles, going over your your problems and healing and growing, you actually will receive the blessing of Saturn. And Saturn is actually a bigger benefic than Venus. So even though Venus will bless your ass with money, whatever, Saturn is like long-term, big dreams and goals and desires. So you want to work with your Saturn. So you want to see what house it's in, what sign it's in, and how you can harness it. For example, like my Saturn is in Libra. It's exalted in Libra. It's in the 1st house. So it's all to do with yourself, your look, the way you come across, your persona, your image, your energy. having Saturn in the first house is great because it can make you look younger than you are, it can preserve you. So wherever Saturn is, can preserve too. But yeah, so those are your benefics and malefics. So Uranus, like I was saying, Uranus isn't either really. Uranus isn't a malefic or a benefic. It does. So Uranus is at the moment. It's going to be in Taurus. It's in Taurus. It's going to be in Taurus like 7 years, and it's now stationing retrograde. It does this for 6 months of the year anyway. So it's not like an unusual phenomenon. However, this happens for like 155 days. Starting from 15th of August, it's going to take us all the way through till the 18th of January. So Uranus is going to be backtracking from 10 degrees. When it goes retrograde, it goes back 4 degrees. So it'll be from 10, it'll go all the way back to 6 degrees, which doesn't sound like a lot, but Uranus is an outer planet, so it moves slower, so the effects are felt hugely. Every time Uranus moves a degree, it fucks things up when it comes to things like natural disasters, changes to the system, because it's square. It was going to be square and square energy to the establishment, which is Saturn, Capricorn, all that energy in the Capricorn part of the sky we've got this year with Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter. Uranus is squaring off to that, so this is having big shake-ups and big changes. Whether you like it or not, Uranus is going to do it anyway. Uranus is the rebel. It doesn't ask for permission. Uranus is like the bad boy of the sky. It doesn't give a fuck. It does what it wants. If it moves like the wind, it's the sky god. Uranus is the sky god. So if you think about that, you think about where Uranus is going to be transiting in your chart. So where you need to see in your chart where Taurus is, because that's where Uranus is going to be sitting right now. So for me, for example, Taurus is in my 8th house. So Uranus is going to be going retrograde through my 8th house, and the 8th house rules things like sex, intimacy, money, and that's the sort of area where Uranus is going to be making big changes for me, and things are going to be unsettled, unstable. You have to kind of ride the wave with Uranus and just go with it, because it's gonna throw lightning bolts in your areas of your life where it's ruling, and you kind of have to just go with it to harness that energy, and just know that when Uranus strikes, which it will be doing, ultimately it's for your greatest good. So if you think about, I always see this as a missed opportunity. So Uranus traveling forward is making changes through your life. So for example, if you are if you're on Aries, it's your 2nd house. So this is going to be your finances, how you make money, the money that you have, your values. So things can be shaken up there, where things can be uncertain, things can be taken away. You could be blessed with money as well with the 2nd house energy. So Uranus is going to be going backtracking over some of the stuff you may have missed with this transit, where it's going to give you a second window of opportunity for you to take, because Uranus is going to be sextiling Venus when it retrogrades, and Venus is in Cancer, like it's been in Cancer. So with this Venus blessing, it's kind of like, actually, yes, Uranus is going backwards, it's retrograde, but it's not. I don't feel it's going to be a negative aspect. You can work with both. There's always two sides to, I always say this, there's always two sides to every transit. So there's a positive, negative, and it's up to you how you want to harness that. So I feel like with this game retrograde, it's going to be travelling back and giving you opportunities that you may have missed. So this is the time now where Uranus for the next 6 months can open a window, a portal for you to accept and receive abundance in the forms of love, prosperity, wealth, money, job opportunities, movement when it comes to home, finances, etc. Things will be unsettled, things aren't going to be... Okay, so like if you think about how most of us, including myself, at the 31st of December 2019, we were all like, yay, Happy New Year, setting your intentions for the new year, all this bullshit. And then obviously 2020 hasn't really turned out how we all thought it was going to turn out. But that doesn't mean that you can't work with the energy. Are you thriving? Are you surviving? We're 6 months into a pandemic. Are we making this work for us? Like I said, Uranus has been going through my 8th house. I have been getting unexpected and expected blessings when it comes to 8th house stuff. And if you know your astrology, you know what the 8th house is about. So I'm blessed, and I think that it's all to do with your intentions, but how you have your outlook on your life, and how you work with these transits. So yeah, this is going to be linger on until the 18th of January, so it's going to be here for a while now. This aspect is going to be causing disruption in all different areas of your life. It's also going to be making aspects to the fixed star, Alhena, which sits in Cancer. Alhena is also a benefic, so Alhena rules things like love, romance, creativity, money, abundance, all that sort of good stuff. Let me just check I'm saying that properly, because yeah, let me just spell it out. Yeah, it's Alhena. So Alhena, the fixed star Alhena, which is in the constellation of Cancer. So the Moon and Venus are both going to be sextiling Uranus at this point, going forward for this transit. So this is a real good blessing for the Uranus Retrograde, where on a personal level, it's going to be inviting us into opportunity for us to reap the benefits. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through sign by sign, how this is going to affect your sign, affect you and your personal horoscope. So if you are a Aries Sun, Moon and Rising, you are going to be feeling the Uranus retrograde in the 2nd house. So Aries is your 2nd house, and this is going to be all to do with, like I was saying to you before, about finances, money, wealth coming in, abundance, prosperity. So Uranus going retrograde is going to be shaking things up when it comes to finances. Finances might have been a bit unsteady for you anyway this year, as with a lot of people. So just know that with the Uranus going retrograde, that this is going to be giving you opportunities that you may have missed. So think about anything that you thought you should have gone for. These are going to be coming back around to you. Have a think about if you've got any planets in the signs of any planets around the 10 degrees as well, because this will be affecting any sort of planets you have in the sort of 10, 12 degrees axis. Especially if you have planets in Taurus, in Scorpio, in Pisces and in Virgo too. So you want to have a look at those houses, see if they're being affected by planets which are around the 10 degree mark, because Uranus will be affecting, so they'll be squaring and opposing those two. So yeah, this is going to be giving you opportunity when it comes to money, making money, new money making opportunities, things that you value. You might come into a windfall. You may purchase something like unusual, unexpected. You may be a bit more loose with your money as well, taking risks and stuff when it comes to 2nd house matters. Uranus will be blessing you in that endeavour. So be mindful when it comes to get rich quick schemes, because this is not the 5th house, it's your 2nd house. Unless you have strong 5th house energy, so that'll be like Leo energy for you. If you have strong Leo energy, then yeah, go for it. If not, hold tight. Okay, so if you are Taurus rising, Sun or Moon, this is going to be your 1st house, Taurus. This is all about you. So this is going to be having you. This could be having you making changes to your appearance. You might be changing your hairstyle, thinking about getting a tattoo maybe. Because this is Uranus energy. This is like unpredictable energy. This could be about you could even be experiencing like fluctuations with your weight. You may lose weight suddenly. You may gain weight suddenly, because this is Uranus going through the house of the body. You might be making radical changes to your appearance. You might be wanting to like stand out or do something different, or it may be as simple as like changing your cosmetics, or just changing your look and how you appear. And ultimately, it's about your 1st house, how you like to be seen, how you like to come across. This is about embracing your inner Uranian mermaid and being that unique freak that you are, Taurus. Alright, so if you are Gemini rising, Sun or Moon, this is going to be your 12th house, the house of the mind, the house of your inner mind, the house of downfall, the house of sex, the house of travel, the house of, this is the hidden house. So Gemini, you're going to feel like you're losing your absolute fucking medulla. you've got Uranus going through your 12th house. You may have trouble. You're gonna find maybe having trouble sleeping, having really vivid dreams, disruptions to your sleep pattern, and you might be feeling like you're literally losing your shit. Having like a million thoughts. However, this is on the positive. This can have you receiving flashes of inspiration. This is a house of sex as well, so you might be having rendezvous with like random strangers. This is a house of hookups, random hookups, sex, the house of sleep. This could be making you spicing up your sex life if you are in a long-term relationship as well. But yeah, ultimately, this is about trying to strike a balance when it comes to your mental health and taking time out for you. Trying not to do too many things at once with Uranian energy. It's kind of like trying to be here, there, and everywhere. Gemini is very much prone to being like a social butterfly anyway. This is about controlling the mind. But however, I mean, on the positive side, Uranus does, like I said to you, does bring genius ideas. So you might be just thinking, you might be just being really on point, really sharp with your mind. Getting all the downloads from the universe. It's a fabulous time to delve into spirituality, to meditate, to use tarot, to visualize, to vision board, to use affirmations too. Also, this is probably one of the signs that could probably travel as well, or be open to traveling as well if you're safe to do so. And so if you're Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon, this is going to be your 11th house, Cancer. So this is about your big gains, goals, dreams and desires. So Uranus is going to be throwing lightning bolts through your hopes, dreams and desires. So plans can change, all right? So things can change for you, plans can change. Roll with the punches, be open to receiving expected and unexpected sources of abundance from the universe. Just know that Uranus is always blessing your ass. Uranus is not a malefic planet. It's going backwards. It's going to be giving you opportunities to receive abundance, wealth, prosperity if you're open to do so from expected and unexpected sources. So it's going to be having you joining different groups. It's going to have you. This is also to do with social circles and friendship and the internet as well. So you could be joining like different groups and societies, delving into like new hobbies and interests, meeting really influential, unusual people as well. And this has to be eccentricity. Uranus likes being in the 11th house, it rules the 11th house. So this could be having you being more vocal on the internet, joining eccentric groups, being part of like something new age as well would be really beneficial to you. Okay, so if you are a Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising, this is going to be your 10th house. It's going to be your career. It's going to be having you changes in your career and your public persona. You're going to be having job opportunities come to you that you may have missed. It's going to be giving you opportunities to do with work, to do with growth, to do with changes of career as well. So you might be changing careers completely. This can have some of you acting up at work, or standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in. This could have some of you demonstrating, fighting for your rights. Being that Aquarian rebel when it comes to your public persona, standing up for the underdog and speaking your truth. This could be to do with comings and goings when it comes to work life, parents, to do with how you're seen, your image, how you want to be perceived. People are just going to see you as being eccentric as fuck, so just go with it and embrace your unique self. And if you are a Virgo, this is your 9th house, Virgo. So if you're a Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, this is going to be your 9th house. It's going to do your belief system, your values. Your beliefs could rapidly change. You might believe in one thing and then you're going to switch to another. This could be to do with your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, your political beliefs even. You're definitely going to be taking a stand, standing up for what you believe in, speaking up for what you believe in, maybe even challenging your own views and challenging others too. This is one of the houses for travel as well. So Virgos could be one of the people where travel is feasible, where you're going to want to move, and there might be sudden disruptions when it comes to travel plans if you are traveling. So bear in mind that as well, because Uranus is disruption. But yeah, ultimately this is about your belief system, what you believe in, and your core values. Are they sustainable? Are they what you believe to believe in? Are they true to who you are now. I feel like over the next 6 months you're going to go through a huge spiritual healing and spiritual journey where when you look back to where you're going to be in January to where you are now, you're going to be a completely different person. Especially if you have planets around 10 degrees as well in your birth chart of Taurus, of Scorpio, of Pisces, and Virgo. Have a look around those planets too. Okay, so if you were a Libra, if you're a Libra rising, a Libra sun, a Libra moon, this is going to be in your it's going to be in your 8th house. This is the house of money, the house of other people's money, the house of debt, the house of gains to do with finances, the house of material blessings, the house of sex and intimacy and occult and spirituality. So this is going to be a retrograde. So this could be opportunities coming up to you where money could be given to you, large amounts of money could be coming your way. This could be spicy, it could be a sex life if you're single or taken. This could be like, you know, one night stands, kinky sex, bondage, BDSM, all that good shit. Uranus energy in that house is well up for it. Trying new things, trying something different. When it comes to spicing your sex life, some of you could be just getting married on a whim like that as well, having whirlwind romance, whirlwind relationships. This is to do with receiving abundance from expected and unexpected sources. You could have surprise bills, but you also have surprise abundance coming your way because Uranus is not a malefic planet. So even though there'll be upheavals around banking, around money owed, money given, ultimately it's always going to be in your highest good and it's going to bless your ass anyway. And so, if you are Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, this is going to be your 7th house. Scorpio, this is your 7th house. This is going to be your 7th house. This is going to be your house of relationships, intimacy, business contracts. This is the house of others. Ultimately, it's about relationships. So this could be having you breaking up, making up, meeting new people, getting rid of old people. This could be having you getting engaged, getting married, breaking up, meeting new people, spicing up your sex life. This could be to do with being attracted to unusual people and actually forging partnerships with eccentric, unusual people because you know, Uranus energy is that kind of eccentric Uranian energy where you'll be inviting different sort of people who are in your normal sort of stratosphere kind of vibe. So you're going to find yourself being drawn to like really unusual things, unusual people. Eccentricity is the key. You know, this is opposing your first house, so this could even be inviting you to be more Uranian, inviting you to be more, you know, eccentric and unleashing your inner freak too. Okay, so if you are a Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. This is your 6th house. 6th house is all to do with your health and your fitness and your daily routine. So there can be upheavals with your day-to-day travel plans, the way you work, the way you travel, the way you go from like your day-to-day business. The 6th house is like places where you visit day-to-day, like the bank that you go to, the supermarket you go to, your workplace. So there could be disruptions and changes there for you. Also as well, you might be making changes to your health, which could be beneficial to you, like changing your diet, being more healthy. This could be changes to your health as well, where you'll be more fitter, more healthier, more fitness, like a better fitness regime as well, giving the kick at the bum that you need, because Uranus has that electric lightning bolt energy where it's going to give you a kick up the arse to get fit and healthy. If you are a Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, this is going to be your 5th house, the house of fun, the house of sex, the house of dating, the house of skills, talent, passions, all children, childlike behaviour. Uranus is going to be going through this. If you're single, this is going to be fab for your dating life, where you're going to have like, it's not fab in the terms of like long-term relationships, but this is great for dating, great for one-night stands, great for flings, great for kinky sex, great for meeting new unusual people. This is about harnessing unusual skills and talents and gifts that you have. This is about shock pregnancies as well. So if you don't want to get pregnant, you know what to do, because Uranus going through your 5th house is about pregnancy, and this is going to be going on for like 6 months as well now. Sorry, not 6 months. It's retrograde for 6 months, but it's going to be in Taurus for like 6 years yet. So just bear that in mind, you know. If you don't want to get pregnant, then Uranus has other plans for you. Even though it's about pregnancy, it's also about giving birth to ideas, giving birth to a project, giving birth to something you're passionate about as well. Ultimately, it's about having fun. The fifth house is the fun house. So it's about embracing your inner child and having so much fun. And if you're Aquarius, Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, this is going to be in your fourth house, Aquarius. So the fourth house is all to do with your home, your family, your parents, your inner world, your inner being. So this can have you seeing like changes to your family dynamics, your structure, your family lineage, your place of living as well. Some of you might move, someone in your household might move. There's gonna be changes to your family dynamics. So yeah, you want to bear that in mind. There's going to be upheavals, there's going to be changes, there's going to be unrest, there's going to be difficulty, but ultimately it's going to be for greater good, because like I said to you before, Uranus is not a malefic planet. It always brings blessings. It brings uncomfortable changes, but it can be like your parents will be acting up, family members are going to be acting up, there's going to be conversations that need to be had, someone might be moving out, for example, there's going to be a lot of change up in how you live. But ultimately, before your greatest good. And so, if you're Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, this is your third house, the house of your local area, your surroundings, where you live. So some of you might be literally changing residency. Uranus going to the sixth house, it could be changing where you live, the area that you live, literally. Some of you could be buying a new car, changing cars. So there's going to be a lot of movement going around your local area where you're going to be literally moving. It's going to be to do with how you communicate as well. So you're going to be having flashes of inspiration. You're going to be feeling like almost like you got loads of energy. Your mind's overdriving. You're here, there, and everywhere with the Uranus Retrograde. There's going to be a lot of big changes, a lot of uncomfortableness, a lot of upheaval. But ultimately, it's going to be for greater good. This is also the house of friends and siblings. There's going to be a lot of comings and goings, and friends, siblings acting more erratic and eccentric than usual. So, yeah, bear that in mind, Pisces. All right, so that was my rundown on the Uranus transit. Have a look at it in your chart where Uranus and Taurus sits. Have a look where your natal Uranus is as well, because it will affect that area too. Have a look at any planets you have around 10 degrees, 5 degrees either side, because it is an outer planet. So the orb will be about 5 degrees. So say if you have, say if you have 5 degrees of Scorpio, which will be your opposition to Taurus. This will be beneficial. This will be like an opposition in your, say if it's your 8th and 2nd house, it's going to do with money, for example. So you want to look at your, Scorpio, you look at where Taurus lies in your chart, where Scorpio lies in your chart, where Virgo and Pisces lie in your chart as well. These are going to be your angular houses where you're going to be squaring as to where there's going to be more challenges and aspects and stuff. Also look at all the sextiles, which is the third house from where Taurus will be sitting in your chart, as to what benefic energy you'll be receiving as well from this transit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a like, a subscribe and a share. I'm also on Instagram, it's Jack Scott Lee Show. If you want a personal reading, hit me up, and I'll catch you in my next video.